Good morning, welcome back and welcome to the second class of accountancy. So last class we had a discussion on the second chapter, partnership accounts, basic concepts. In this chapter, last class we had a discussion on meaning of partnership, then features of partnership, partnership deed, contents, then the rules in the absence of partnership deed. Then we had a discussion on fluctuating capital system and a fixed capital system. So moving on to the next part, distribution of profit and loss. Distribution of profit and loss. What is this distribution of profit and loss? Of course, whatever the profit earned by the firm has to be shared between the partner. In what ratio? That's what distribution of profit and loss. So whatever the profit and loss earned by the business should be shared between the partner as per agreed ratio. As per agreed ratio, the ratio which is mentioned in the agreement. If there is no partnership deed, then profit and loss should be distributed equally. That's what last class I told. Rules in the absence of partnership deed. If there is no deed, profit and loss should be distributed equally. If there is a deed, as per the agreed ratio, profit and loss has to be distributed. Moving on to the next part. Interest on capital. Interest on capital. Yeah, of course, in the first PUC you heard this word in chapter called financial statement. Interest on capital. On capital, interest they are going to calculate. Okay, some of the partner, some of the owner, especially some of the owner, they want to know the profit after deducting the interest on capital. Okay, so that's what interest on capital. Whatever interest is calculated on the capital. Okay, so here interest on capital, if it is mentioned in the agreement, then only we have to calculate what percentage is given in the agreement. We have to calculate interest on capital, and it is to be interest on capital. It is to be credited to partner's capital account. Interest on capital is to be credited to partner's capital account. If it is not mentioned in the agreement, then interest on capital should not be calculated. Okay, keep it in your mind. Interest on capital has to be calculated and credited to partner's capital account if it is mentioned in the agreement. If it is not mentioned, no interest should be calculated on capital. Moving on to the next part, interest on drawing. Interest on drawings. Yeah, of course, drawings is nothing but money or anything withdrawn by the proprietor for personal use. So even here also, even in partnership, anything withdrawn by the partner for personal use is what you called as drawings. Of course, every partner will going to withdraw money, maybe monthly or maybe once in 2 months or once in 3 months, or in any year, any date, the amount can be withdrawn by the firm for personal use. Yeah, of course, that is called as drawings. If interest on drawing, rate of interest is given in the agreement, then we have to calculate interest on drawing. Say, keep it in your mind. Interest on drawing should be calculated if it is mentioned in the agreement. If it is not mentioned in the agreement, no interest should be calculated. So what is this interest on drawing? After calculation of interest on drawing, of course, it has to be debited to partner's capital account. So after calculation of interest on drawing has to be debited to partner's capital account. Okay, so we have a problem on this interest on drawing. Of course, it's important for 6 marks problem. Of course, you have a 6 marks problem on interest on drawing. Different methods. Methods of our calculation of interest on drawing. Number 1, direct method. Number 1, direct method. It's also called individual method. Number 2, product method. Number 3, shortcut or average period method. Shortcut or average period method. shortcut or average period method. In this, we have a problem on if the money is drawn first day of every month, 15th day of every month, last day of every month, 30, okay, let me take it, last day of every month. So if the money is drawn by the proprietor for personal use, first of every month, middle of every month, last day of every month. Okay, you have a problem on that. Similarly, fourth method, if the money is drawn quarterly, once in 3 months, if the money is drawn for personal use quarterly, so there you have a problem on beginning of each quarter and end of each quarter. So when the money is drawn by the proprietor once in 3 months, beginning of each quarter and end of each quarter. Okay, so interest on drawings, we'll go for the problem. So what you have to do, maintain 200 pages one notebook. From now onwards, whatever the problem, I'll going to solve it on the board. Write it, some homework we're going to give, you have to solve. We'll start a problem on interest on drawing, calculation of interest on drawing. First method, direct method, it's also called individual method. See, I have written one problem on the board. Anthony and Robert are partners in a firm, sharing profit and losses in the ratio of 3:2. On 1/7/2019, Anthony withdrew rupees 10,000 for personal use. And on one more partner, on 1/10/2019, Robert withdrew rupees 20,000 for personal use, drawings. So the problem is saying that calculate interest on drawing. IOD means interest on drawing at 10% per annum for 1 year under direct method. So assuming that the accounting year ends on 31st March 2020. So this is a problem, two partner is there. So what we have to do, we have to calculate for Anthony separately, Robert separately, interest on drawing. So the calculation will go like this. Interest on drawings is equal to, for direct method there is a formula, drawings into rate into number of outstanding, O bar S, outstanding months divided by 12. For 1 year, 12 months. Interest on drawings is equal to drawings into rate into number of outstanding months divided by 12. So for example, you take here Anthony. Okay, so first we are going to calculate for Anthony. Anthony, interest on drawing. What is the amount he has withdrawn? 10,000 rupees is the drawing. 10,000 rupees into rate of interest 10% is giving. So 10%, 10 over 100 into, yes, number of outstanding months. Of course, you have to calculate number of outstanding months because every partner should not pay interest for one full year. Okay, when they have drawn the money from that day to accounting year, you have to calculate how many months interest has to be calculated. That period you have to calculate, that is called number of outstanding months. Okay, so number of outstanding months, how to calculate? The date of drawing is called 1/7/2019. Accounting year ends on 31st March 2020. Okay, so from this date to this date, you have to calculate outstanding month. How to calculate outstanding months? See, the very easy calculation. Okay, 12 months you calculate like this. Keep your finger like this. See, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 12 months you keep it like this and go on calculating. Okay, say for example here it's given 1/7. That means the money is drawn in the month of July. Okay, so July, August, September, October, November, December, again January, February, March. Okay, so March end, 31st March. So you have to calculate the outstanding period is 9 months. Out of 12, 9 months interest has to be paid by the Anthony. So what you have to do here, 10,000 rupees is drawing, rate is 10%, outstanding period is 9 divided by 12. So again I'll tell you how it is, number of outstanding months. Date of drawing is 1/7. Date of drawing is 1/7. Accounting year end is 31st March. From year to year, how many months outstanding period? You have to go like this. 1/7 means you have to include. The money is drawn by the proprietor or partner. Beginning means you have to include. If it is 30th means you have to exclude. That I'll come to that later. Okay. Now, July, August, September, October, November, December. Again, January, February, March. So outstanding period is 9. 9 divided by 12. So if you calculate the amount, you are going to get 750. If you calculate the interest on drawings of Anthony, amount will be 750. Okay. Similarly, go to the second partner and Robert. So Robert interest on drawing. Robert interest on drawing. What is amount is drawn by Robert? 20,000 rupees. Amount withdrawn by Robert is 20,000 rupees. Of course, what is the rate of interest? 10%. 10%. Just apply the formula. Drawings 20,000. Rate 10%. Number of outstanding months. Yeah, number of outstanding months you have to calculate. When it is drawn? 1/10. October beginning. So you have to go like this. October, November, December, January, February, March. Of course, year end is 31st March. Again, I repeat, 1/10. 1/10 means 1st of October. So, October we have to calculate interest. November, December, January, February, March. So, outstanding period will be 6 months out of 12. So 20,000 rupees is the drawing, rate is 10% and outstanding period will be 6 out of 12. So if we calculate, we'll get the answer 1,000 rupees. So interest on drawings of Robert is 1,000 and interest on drawings of Anthony 750. Okay. So direct method means individual method you have to go on calculating like this. Okay. This is not much important. Actually the second method is important. I'll do one more problem on the direct method. Okay. Before going to the product method. One more problem. Second problem. I've written Kiran Kumar is a partner in a firm and drawings is given below. So he is withdrawing the money on 1st of May 2017, rupees 10,000 for personal use. On 30th 9 2017, rupees 3,000. On 1/11/2017, rupees 5,000. On 1/1/18, 4,000. 1/3/2018, rupees 8,000 and 31st March 2018, rupees 2,000. So this is the drawings of Kiran Kumar. Only one partner name is given. Okay. So calculate the interest on drawing at 10% per annum under direct method and accounting year ends on 31st March 2018. This is the problem for direct method. The problem is saying that calculate interest on drawing under direct method. So the problem will go like this. So go to the first one. The date of drawing is 1/5/2017. Okay. So you can write on 1/5/2017 rupees drawn 10,000. Yeah, of course, interest on drawings, I told drawings into rate into number of outstanding months divided by 12. Number of outstanding months divided by 12. Okay. So first date of drawing 1/5/2017. Accounting year ends on 31st March 2018. So what you have to do? Calculate outstanding months. Okay. Calculate outstanding months. See, the problem will go like this. Drawings. What is the amount is drawn? 10,000. Rate 10%, 10/100 into number of outstanding months. Number of outstanding months 1/5. Okay. 1/5 means May has to be included. May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. So outstanding period you will going to get 11 months. outstanding period you are going to get 11 months. That means out of 12 you have to calculate for 11 months. So drawings 10,000, rate 10% into number of outstanding months 11 divided by 12. If you calculate, you are going to get 916.66. So round off 917. 916.66666 you are getting in your calculator. So round off 917. Okay, go to the next one. Date of drawing is 30th/9/2017. So interest on drawings, okay, formula is already there. This is the first one, first date of drawing. Second date of drawing 30th/9. The amount is withdrawn 3,000. Rate is 10% and outstanding period. See, now here it is 30th/9. 30th/9 means the end of September money is drawn. You leave it. 30th/9 means September, you leave it. Calculate from October. Okay, because money is drawn at the end of September. So September month interest should not be included. Okay, from next, that is October, November, December, January, February, March. So outstanding period will be 6 months. So out of 12 you have to calculate for 6 months. So I repeat again, 30th/9. 30th/9 means 30th last day means exclude that month. 1 means include that month for calculation of interest on drawing. So out of 12 you have to calculate for 6 months. If you calculate, you are going to get answer is 150. So interest on drawings is 150 for the date of 30th/9/2017 rupees 3,000. Go to the next one. 1/11/2017 rupees 5,000. Okay, what is the amount is drawn? 5,000. Of course, the rate of interest is 10%. Rate of interest is 10%. Date of drawing 1/11. So from 1/11 to 31st March 2018 you have to calculate outstanding months. So 1/11, of course 11 should be included. November should be included. November, December, January, February, March. So how many months you are getting? 5. So outstanding period will be 5. Out of 12 calculate for 5 months. So if you are going to calculate, you are going to get answer 208.333. So round off 209. 208.333 you are getting, round off 209. Next, okay, go to this one. Date of drawing is 1/1/2018. Date of drawing is 1/1/2018. Amount is drawn 4,000. Okay. Interest on drawing 4,000 into rate of interest 10%. Date of drawing is 1/1/2018. From year to year you have to calculate outstanding period. 1/1, that means January beginning money is drawn. January, February, March. Okay, so outstanding period will be 3/12. So out of 12 you have to calculate for 3 months. So if you are going to do like this, answer you are going to get 100 rupees. Answers you are going to get 100 rupees. Okay, going on to the next. On 1/3/2018 rupees 8,000 rupees is drawn. So interest on drawing, money is drawn how much? 8,000. Rate of interest 10% and outstanding period. See, money drawn on 1/3/2018. Accounting year ends on 31st March 2018. So outstanding period just 1 month, 30 days. First money is drawn, accounting year is 31st March, only 30 days. 30 days in the sense 1 month. So outstanding period will be 1 month. So out of 12 you have to calculate for 1 month. Out of 12 you have to calculate for 1 month. So if you calculate, you are going to get answer 67. You are going to get answer 67. Go to the next one. Last one. 31st March 2018 money is drawn rupees 2,000. Okay. Drawings 2,000. Percentage is 10. Percentage is 10. Money is drawn 31st March 2018. Accounting year ends on 31st March 2018. So number of outstanding months will be 0 because on the same day interest cannot be calculated. Out of 12, 0 months. So you will going to get answer 0. So interest on drawings of Kiran Kumar at 917, 150, 209, 100, 67. So what you will going to get, that is the interest on drawings of Kiran Kumar. So if you add, you will going to get 1442. So this is the interest on drawings of Kiran Kumar. So this is how we will go direct method. Okay, direct method is not important from the point of examination. So next method, product, average period method and quarterly, that is actually, that 3 is important from the point of examination. So now on direct method, I am going to write it one problem on the board for homework. All of you try. What you have to do, this I have written on the board, this problem. So already I told you 200 pages, a long ruled notebook you maintain. So try this problem in your home. Akbar is a partner in a firm. Akbar drawings is given below. On 1/5/2018, 10,000 rupees is drawn. 30th 9/2018, 8,000 rupees is drawn. 1st of January 2019, 5,000 rupees is drawn. On 1st of February 2019, 3,000 is drawn. On 31st March 2019, 6,000 rupees is drawn. So you have to calculate interest on drawing at 8% per annum under direct method. So accounting year ends on 31st March 2019. So write on this problem, solve it, keep it, answer in your notebook. Thank you. Have a nice day.